Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I don't know if you remember or if you read about Waterloo, the fight between Napoleon and the rest of the world. Not really, but you know what I mean. Well, one of the reasons why he lost was that one of his generals, I think was Grouchy was his name, he got lost in the woods. He and his army, not he didn't care about him. So Grouchy, I think he was in the woods supposed to engage the Prussian army, Prussian army, fighting on the alliance, okay? And somehow they didn't meet over there in the woods. And then while Napoleon was fighting here with everybody else, because there was always a coalition against Napoleon, you know. And sounds familiar? The coalition? Yeah. And then that's why Duke Wellington won. Yeah. How many countries were on his side? Duke Wellington. Can you check for me? Anyway, so the Prussians, they somehow found they were better at orientation, and they got on the field, and Grouchy was still drinking wine in the woods or something. And the Prussians came, and Napoleon said, Grouchy, that's it, done, goddamn it. And then Grouchy came, oh, what's going on? Where's the party? Where are the girls? Come on, man, done? Yeah, something like that. It was one of the reasons why, because supposedly Napoleon being always with less women, Jesus, not with less women, with less army, less troops than the guys that he was always fighting. But he was the bad dude. You can feel that I admire Napoleon, right? Yeah, not admire, but I think he was a good general. Anyway, so he's got his ups and downs and his sins like we had them and so on, and he could have caused much more harm than that he caused already, or as others could have caused in his position. But hey, these are scenarios, and we don't like scenarios, do we? So anyway, that brings me to this little article here that is between the Ukrainians who look up north to Belarus, and they see Russian armies coming, and military equipment coming, and trains coming, and airplanes coming, and tanks coming. I think they feel like Napoleon, not that they're Napoleon, but they're like, oh sure, where's Grouchy? When are troops coming? You have no more. You look to the west, volunteers, mercenaries, troops. Well, I don't know how you're gonna get them. As I said, they're gonna come as volunteers, but actually by something else. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. This article comes from Ukrainska Pravda from, no, what the hell happened here? From January 11th, 2023. 750 servicemen and 15 wagons with Russian military equipment arrive in Belarus over the past day. So 750 is not a lot, but it's some, you know what I mean? There's some. Nobody comes for you. You would like to see Grouchy coming, drunk as he was. Come over, man. And then you have 15 wagons with Russian military equipment. Better than nothing, right? Another military echelon consisting of 15 passenger and 10 cargo cars, as well as 15 platform cars with wheeled and tracked equipment arrived from Russia at the Chepino railway station in the Vitebsk Oblast of Belarus. Now, this is reported by Belaruski Hajun, an independent Belarusian military monitoring media outlet. And I'm quoting, another echelon of the Russian armed forces arrived at the Chepino railway station, city of Vitebsk Oblast. In total, it consisted of 40 wagons, including 15 passenger cars, about 750 people, 10 freight cars in which equipment and ammunition were brought, and 15 platform wagons with wheeled and tracked equipment, that's tanks and whatever. details. Belaruski Hajun reported that the echelon was departing from Moskovka railway station in Omsk, Russia, from where it was dispatched on 3 January. In addition, on 10 of January, echelons of the Russian Federation were spotted on the Stovsky-Baranovich rail line, as well as Gomel, 2 echelons, Baranovsky, 2 echelon, Yasivochi, Orscha, and Minsk. Belaruski Hajun concludes that the nature of the movements of Russians indicates, firstly, the regrouping of the Russian troops in Belarus, and secondly, the rotation of a part of the Russian Federation's personnel that was trained at Belarusian training grounds. At the same time, currently, the Russian Federation is not accumulating troops near the border with Ukraine. Background: it is in its latest review, British intelligence agencies said that while Russia was maintaining a large number of forces in Belarus, they were unlikely to constitute a credible offensive force, and the new deployment of Russian aircraft was not in preparation for any additional offensive operations against Ukraine. Yeah, we know that. We know that. On January 11th, the Ministry of Defense of Belarus said that it has increased defense forces, air defense forces, together with the Russian military, with units moving to assigned areas. Well, this is it. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. I read another article here that Ukrainians are conducting war games or something like this south of the border with Belarus. What are they thinking? Anyway, probably they get ready for something that's not gonna probably happen, I'm assuming, but who knows? We'll want to find out when these guys let us find out, right? The Russians, as I always said, they have manpower and they have weapons, so I think the Ukrainians are in bad shape, and I don't think the NATO troops can still come as volunteers, you know, like they are, let's say, American military, and they enter Ukraine and sign those volunteering paperwork, and they say, well, we're just volunteers here, and we're going to be paid. Something is in my eyes, I don't know what, turning blind. Anyway, it's they I don't even know what the hell was I talking about. They don't have resources. The Russians have resources, is what I'm trying to say. And the Ukrainians cannot take the resources from northern Ukraine and bring them to the east, where the Russians are just breaking the front right now, because they don't know if those guys gonna just have a little incursion in Ukraine, which I don't think they will have, but hey, keep these guys busy. So you watch them as they come, and you can't do anything about it because you don't have any more. And the Grushi is not coming, but Prussians are. Well, what's going to be next? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.